Hello again. Welcome to another little segment, Witch's Proof Fireline Rescu-Me vest. Today what I'd like to talk about is water and food and water purification. So what we're going to start with here today, the product that when somebody orders my vest loaded, this is one of the purification systems that I use. It's an Aquamira Frontier Emergency Straw. It'll purify 20 gallons of water. Very simple to use, a straw and a filter. The next item is what I had earlier shown in the vest, was my starter water. This particular starter water is made by Mainstay. All of these small water packets have a 5-year shelf life from the time that you buy it. Another excellent product. This is your starter water, however. This is what I put 8 packets of that in the back of a vest when the vest is actually loaded. The next item, and you can vary with this depending upon what you like, storage bags for the water. Heavy duty Ziploc bags, larger 2-gallon Ziploc bags. There are a lot of different ways that you can carry water. Non-lubricated condoms is another way. Just make sure they're non-lubricated, otherwise your water is going to taste real funny. The other thing is another product by Aquamira. It's Aquamira water treatment drops. This will do 30 gallons. Very similar to using iodine drops, although this is a 2-part system. There again, with any of this stuff, you need to know how to use your equipment. You need to read the instructions, follow the instructions. The next item, which is actually a food product, it's also made by the same outfit that makes the water. This is a 3,600 calorie food brick, based on 1,200 calories a day, based on a 72-hour survival. Most in the United States, if they're successful, usually take place within the first 72. Nonetheless, they're broken up into individual bricks, and believe it or not, they actually taste quite well. It's not gourmet eating by any means, but then survival situation is not gourmet eating. So, with that, what I'd like to do is go to the next little segment that we've got today, and so we'll see you just in a bit. Thanks. Okay, back with you again. What we're going to talk about here today is first aid, alright? And what kind of items that you should possibly carry in your own kit, or the items that when somebody orders a vest from me loaded, these items are already included in it. What I'd like to start out with is a small little seal kit that I actually make up. Within that are larger band-aids, alright? Wound prep, antibiotic ointment, but more importantly there's one item here, it's called a wire splint. It's all folded up nice and neatly in here, but they work very, very well for splinting fractures, whether it be an ankle fracture, an elbow fracture, a wrist fracture, or such. But those are the items that are in here, and as I had said earlier in another segment, this is in your navigation pocket located right here. The next item, which is usually located down in here, okay, is the larger first aid kit that is made by Lifeline. This is kind of the middle of the road of their kits. Has a lot of good equipment in it, and there again, as in with any of this equipment, whatever you choose to use, you need to know how to use it and get trained in it. And actually on that, what I'd like to say is, I think anytime you're spending time in environments like this, or maybe some harsher environments, regardless of where you're at, it's really, really important to get some very basic first aid training. Whether that is the American Red Cross first aid class, a basic class, get some sort of first aid training. Spending time in the outdoors, harsh environments without first aid training, you're asking for trouble. So anyhow, this is another choice, another selection made by Lifeline. The next item here is another item that I actually make up. All right, and within this is 4 triangular bandages, sunscreen, larger compress bandages, as well as what we call a vacuum sealed trauma dressing, similar to what the military uses. The triangular bandages themselves, all right, can be used for a lot of different purposes. With the compress, they can be used for stopping bleeding. They can also use very, very well for splinting. But there again, you need to train with this stuff. You need to know how to use it. And during a survival situation or emergency situation is not the time to learn. Another item that I liked that I'm fairly fond of as far as flashlights. You can pick your own. There's hundreds of them out there. This is a light that's made by Nebo. It has 8 LED lights, operates on 3 AAA batteries, and it carries 50 lumens, which is extremely bright. Another reason I chose it is because it has a really nice clip-on feature for the webbing that I designed into the vest. Consequently, you got your hands free to be able to do whatever it is you need to do. So, with that, I'd like to conclude this and move on to another subject before we bring this whole entire series to a close. Thanks.